Okay, Coach, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Saints. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Now Newton on first down. And his first look is incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up second down. Close there. He caught it, just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
And that's where the sideline, it was used as a 12th defender. You know, 11's legal. This one is an imaginary one that my college coach used to call Sammy Sideline. Sammy Sideline can protect you at times, and in this case, that's exactly what he did for the defenders.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
20. Express. Let's go right here. 47. Express. 47. Check, 47. Hey, pick it up.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. A shotgun snap for Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
Don't be scared of it.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns able to record his 5th sack of the season. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
They go play action. Bridgewater. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Dontari Poe marches in for the sack. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Now Bridgewater. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
First down, Panthers.
Set. Let's go. Hey! Let's go, B. Let's go. Great.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Forced out to his left. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Set. Ready. Mike 47. No chance. Watch the safety creep. Great.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Newton got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
First down, Carolina.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Great. Check right 47. Check. 47's the mic, boy. Check.
Now Newton. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. McCaffrey following the penalty. Space to maneuver at the 40. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Going up top. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Well, certainly it appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming. 53's the mic.
On third down, Bridgewater. And he finds Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike. In your face. 53's the mic. 53, check 53.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Looking long for Thomas. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
To throw, Bridgewater. And complete, right side to Cook. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 44-yard line.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Throwing on second and long. Bridgewater airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Ninth play of the drive now on third and a country mile.
Drop deep, drop deep.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 29-yard line. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Check 13.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Ole Miss's Marquise Haynes. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Throwing on second down. Bridgewater to the right side and complete to Thomas.
It's a game of 3. Brings up third.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession. They're on the march, but facing a third down here. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Here's Newton. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's into the clear. 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more, and he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
We got this. At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Play fake. Bridgewater. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
47 is the mic. 20 is the mic. Get him over. Check three. I get it.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 11 yards and a Panther first down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, It's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Saints' 28-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Gun. 56, Mike. 8. I'm coming. Watch the ship.
Here's Newton. His throw caught at about the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Ready? 180. 56. Check 56. Watch the pass. 20. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Watch QB drop. 56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike. Let's go. Ready?
From the gun, here's Newton. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Bridgewater. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 3rd and long for Bridgewater. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. He finds an opening past the 40. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and, oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. That was Dante Jackson, the one who got a hand in to knock it away. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Bridgewater. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. This quarterback now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. But it's going to be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Under crunch.
Bridgewater again. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, that was the fly route for a touchdown, and since he caught that one and scored it, I got to tell the story. Before the game, we were standing there. He was running deep routes, dropped one. It bounced up and just hit me right in the gut, and I said, come on, man, but there was no drop.
Yeah, you okay now?
I'm good.
All right,
I'm good.
We got the ice pack up here. You're just fine. What I loved about it was the subtlety of the route, because everyone knows he's fast. They're going to play him for that route first and foremost, but sometimes it's a head fake. It's varying your speed off the line of scrimmage. It's giving the defensive back different angles to think about. Is he going inside? Is he going outside? And then, as you noted, he just took off past him. Oops, there he goes again.
8. 47. Check, 47. Here we go. Alert flare. Check safety.
The left side completion to Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready. 47 is the mic. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Great. 47 Mike. 47 Mike. Mike 47. Here we go. Express.
Out of the gun, Newton. Completes it to Samuel. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
First down, Panthers.
56. Check 56. 8. Here we go. He's crashing.
On first down, it's Newton. Flush to his right. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
At the Saints' 42-yard line.
Great. So we got man. 56 is the mic. 56 is the mic. You got express. You got blocked me. Mike 56.
To throw again on second down. Newton looking downfield for Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I know exactly why I tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered cover. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes.
Mike 56 right there. 56.
Newton now to throw. Trying for right, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal.
Watch the twist. Check. Hot route. Hot. 49. Express. 47. Express. 47. Check. 47. I got him. Slam.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Thomas the intended target, and it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They run from the shotgun with Murray, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
But that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He's got him in, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 30 yards there. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long. And they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. On second down, Bridgewater again. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Brian Burns, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response.
Here we go. Here we go.
From the gun, Bridgewater. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Rashawn Golden. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing is Newton. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And all the way to the opposite 45. A big play there for Carolina. 42 yards.
And the Panther first down.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Looking to throw on second down. Newton, throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. The shotgun snap for Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Marcus Davenport able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's Michael Pilardi now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. You're down on the scoreboard, and this is not what you want to see. 99 yards of field in front of you.
Yeah, and it just shows how important a good punter can be and how that person can really help out a team. Guarantee you his agent can be taking that video clip in on the next contract negotiation, don't you think?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. The 40, the 20, 10, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Saints get a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 13. From the gun, Newton taking a shot for Samuel. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, he decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice, able to get a hand in and tip it away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
You must be, hey! Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Gun. 56. Express! 56 is the mic. All day, dog.
To throw again. Newton. His throw incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
20.
Operating from the gun. Newton taking a shot for... And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marcus Williams. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, and we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Go. 59, Mike. Check. 59. Go. Let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Ready, go. Hey, watch this.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and that'll make it 3rd down. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. Cook's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Jared Cook, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The 3rd quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back.
Back. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
From the 31, Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Cameron Jordan has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
Great. 56.
Now it's Newton. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down. He can really smell 800 catches right now because that last one puts him at 799, knocking on the door. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And some room to maneuver. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, 63 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Mike, it's a party now.
To throw, Bridgewater. Flushed out right. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Greg. Check out. Hey! Express! 20. Shit! Wait!
Following the fumble recovery, Newton escaping the pressure right. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. Gano the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you...
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You said you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? You already had what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
So it's still 1st and goal, but now they get to try from a bit. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Rashawn Golden. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. You know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a run with McCaffrey. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
And the Panthers first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. This is McCaffrey. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
It's going to be a long day.
Gun.
4-7's the mic. 4-7's the mic.
From just shy of midfield, Newton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Here's Newton. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 39.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Saints' 33-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
You.
Express!
I got you.
Hey.
Now Scarlett. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Rapid. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
Now Newton. Throw left side complete. It's Jones. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Bandit. Mike 47. Hey, let's get off the field.
Play action. It's Newton. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
To throw again on 2nd down. Newton. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Let's go.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they got it here, 1st and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Newton. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end that feel a little bit better as they continue.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 39 yards there, a big one. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Bridgewater on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Looking to go back to Thomas again, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
We own it. We own them. Switch.
Bridgewater to throw it. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Looking to go back to Thomas again. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Same on. Switch.
One last shot now for Bridgewater. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive